Hey, look.
Happy New Year. So the bartender rings the bell for last call, and my girlfriend Laura leans in with a mischievous smile. Babe, I feel like being bad tonight. So I perk up. Oh, really? I'm in the mood for a big pizza with onions and extra cheese. So, eager to play a little game of foodie foreplay, I say, look, this is our first time in Montreal. Let's try something different tonight. Then I describe a legendary local dish that's known for being sinfully savory and satisfying. Her eyes close with a smile that simply says, oh yeah, big boy, let's do it. So after enjoying several hours of happy hour, we stumble out into the night and I realize I have no idea where to find this food. Plus, it's 2001. Smartphones don't exist, so there's no Google, GPS, or DoorDash. So as I stare at this maze of a strange city, I'm afraid the only thing I'm about to get my girlfriend is a cold plate of disappointment. But then I look down the street and spot the universal symbol for local knowledge and guidance, a taxi cab. And as soon as I wave it down, it comes in hot, clipping the curb, nearly cracking a hubcap. An older driver with a scruffy mustache as thick as his glasses leans out and says, hey, my brother, where you headed? So we slide into his back seat without a second thought. Now we're surrounded by the scent of cigarettes and stale coffee. I tell him about the legendary local dish we're looking to try, and his eyes light up. Ooh, I know the perfect place. Trust me, brother. And with a click of the meter, the streets become a blur. So I ask him, where is this place? And he says something in a French accent so thick, we need subtitles to understand. And because we left our better judgment back at the bar, we just sit back, hoping he's going to take us someplace with good grub. Now, we don't even make it 2 blocks before this seasoned cabbie turns into a chatty teenager. He's peppering us with random questions about religion, resurrection, reincarnation. The whole time he's peering through the rearview mirror, shooting these little flirty looks at Laura. But we are so drunk, we just laugh and get caught up in his crazy conversation. Because this cabbie, he's a complete character. So sometime in between big belly laughs, I happen to look out the window. And I notice that the city lights are completely gone. We're just on a long stretch of highway surrounded by dark, dense forest. And I look at the meter, what I thought was only going to be a $5 fare, it's already $35 and growing. Sensing my silence, Laura stops laughing. So I ask this guy, hey, where are we? And he just goes, 2 more minutes. So I lean forward, grab the back of the seat and say, look, forget about the food. And his eyes go wide, like a confused toddler. But why? We're almost there. Trust me, brother. And he accelerates, all the while muttering something that makes him sound as stable as a one-legged ladder. Now my mind is going through full horror movie mode. It feels like we're captives in this moving cage with cannibals or Klansmen waiting for us in some secluded cabin. And I'm wondering if we're going to have to look for an opportunity to just jump out. And as we whiz past trees at 80 miles an hour, I know we'll definitely break every bone as we roll down the road. So I take a moment and decide not to panic and make things worse. I take a deep breath and give Laura's hand a reassuring squeeze. She squeezes back, letting me know that she's concerned too, but it's best to wait to see where he's taking us. After several manic minutes, we finally pull off the highway, and we roll into a small rustic town with silent streets and sleepy storefronts. The only light is coming from 3 small basement windows as we pull up to a remote building down a dead-end road. As soon as we stop, he gets out and scurries towards the basement entrance, leaving us sitting in the cab. Now my hands are shaking. Laura's nails are digging into my forearm, and we are both bracing for fight or flight. But we don't even get a chance to react, because as soon as he opens that basement door, we get ambushed. by the sound of music and laughter. Laura and I exchange a look, and our concern turns to, our concern turns to curiosity. So we get out and follow the rhythm down the stairs. And once our eyes adjust to the light, we see a beautiful wooden bar surrounded by people holding pints and pool sticks. Our driver emerges from the crowd. "This is my friend, Chris and Laura from the States." And a kaleidoscope of smiles warms the room. We're seated at a center table and surrounded by courteous questions. And then Laura's eyes double in size when the legendary local dish lands before us. It is a massive plate of golden fries smothered in silky brown gravy and sprinkled with tender chunks of cheese. Our driver beams, "That's the best poutine in all Quebec." As we eat, we learn that our driver, Renee, took us to a late-night tavern in his hometown where the cab community comes to unwind after work. And we spend the rest of the evening listening to stories from the people who know the people of Montreal, as well as they know the streets that connect them. At the end of the night, on the ride back, the long ride back, Renee plays a series of old French love songs as Laura sleeps soundly on my shoulder. And we arrive back at our hotel just as the morning light starts to stretch softly across the city. But now I look at the meter, and our fare is $0. So I go in my wallet and I give Renee 80. He looks at it and gives me back 60. And when I ask him, "Are you sure?" he just smiles and says, "Yes, trust me, brother." Thank you.
That's Chris.